Well, we're gonna get into another chef that a lot of people like to refer to. My man, Chef Curry. Chef Curry with the shot. The Warriors are 12-0 in the season so far, and it's a good question to wonder when are they gonna lose, because the last team to win 70+ games was the 95-96 Chicago Bulls, and they also started out the season similar to how the Warriors started out the season. So how do you guys see the Warriors finishing? Do you guys think they can win 70+ games? We'll start this one off with you, Rashad. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking 70+ games, and that record might get broken. That's what I'm thinking from this team.
Wow.
That's what I'm thinking from this team.
Wow.
I'm gonna say 70+ games on this, but I don't think the record will get broken. They're a smart team. They're gonna start resting people. They're gonna drop some games on purpose just because they don't really care after they lock up that number 1 spot. So 70+ games, yeah. Maybe they get a little cheeky at the end of the season, just go 1 win over it, but 72 is what I would say is their ceiling on this.
All right, what do you think, Khalid?
They definitely can probably get that 70+ games, breaking that record. They would have to get 73 wins. It's possible, but a lot of things factor into it, like injuries. Like Rudy said, resting players and stuff like that at the end. So we'll see.
All right, Nick. Let me hear what you guys say.
Well, here's the thing. They play like this. This team plays like Duke. I'm gonna be honest. Just be honest. They do. They live and die by the 3. They live and die by the 3.
They honestly do. They do.
All right.
It's
So
not a lie.
Chef Curry, his name is Steph Curry. Call him by his real name. Him putting up, he jacks. He does. Puts up shots from all the court, and they go in. It's so amazing.
He's so amazing. He's good at it. I don't know.
He's so amazing.
I don't know what's going on.
But I feel like they're gonna win 69 games because my boy James Michael McAdoo is gonna get some playing time in there.
All
VA,
garbage time.
VA. He's from here.
All
garbage time. They're gonna blow a couple games, but if you really just said they're gonna beat Michael Jordan and the '95 Bulls record, we have a problem.
No.
They're gonna beat them.
No.
The record was 72-10.
Yeah, 72-10. Yeah,
They lost 10 games.
you're right. Last year, the Golden State Warriors won 66 wins.
The NBA was so much better back then.
Last season, they was okay. You just made my case then.
What do you
It's
mean?
easier for them to win the games.
Are
You said it was so much better back then.
Yeah, but
Yeah, more competition for
you
Jordan.
see how frail Klay Thompson is? You see how frail?
They won 66
my left
last
leg
year.
weighs more than Klay Thompson does.
They won. I'm saying they won 66 last year.
That was
Playing everybody.
That was last.
And they didn't start off
How
like
many times
this.
they play Cleveland?
And they didn't
How
start
many
off.
times they play the Clippers?
They,
They have to play powerhouse teams that
Which
are
they
also
will.
in the East. Okay, think about this.
Uh-huh.
And it's not going to be a cakewalk. You're like
Here's
thinking
the deal.
they're going to win 70. You're thinking they're going to go 75-7. That's what you think right now. That's what you think. They'll lose 7 games. Not a chance. Not a chance.
They're not going to see.
Steph Curry and his daughter will get tired one night showing up to the games, and they're going to have to sit him.
No.
I'm just going to say this.
See,
Plus, he has a newborn child that's going to keep him up all night. That's the reason the Steelers lost the Super Bowl in 08.
it's definitely not.
Yes, it
It's
is.
definitely
In
not.
2010,
That sounds
Ben
like a
Roethlisberger's.
That has
Just had a
not
kid.
been confirmed. That has never been confirmed.
Sound like a valid reason.
Ben just had a kid. He was tired. I'm just saying. Putting it out there.
When they hit 70 wins, they're gonna see. Oh, we have this many games left in the season. Let's go for the record.
No, they won't.
Why not? Because see, they have something.
Steve
To,
Kerr
they have
is
something to
part of the
prove.
record. He's not
They
gonna
have
let them
something
beat
to-
the record.
What record do you
He's
think?
gonna sabotage his own record.
You guys are getting
They
a little close.
they have something to prove because everybody's saying they wasn't the best team last
know.
year. Everybody's saying they don't deserve to win the championship. They have
But
something
what
to prove.
record do you think they would have when they get those 70 wins?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What do you mean? Like what do I think
Like,
the
by the
record
time
be?
they get
What
those
will the
70
record be?
wins, how many
Oh,
losses
you-
do you think they'll have?
I'll say
I told you, 75-7. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did.
I would say 5 losses. I would say 75 before it comes to the what's name.
That's
Five
strong. That's strong.
Let me
Five.
let me get.
Who can beat them?
Could you imagine? Just imagine if Steph Curry tweaks his ankle. Tweaks. He's out for a week.
A little bit.
4 games.
And see
Gone.
that was the point I was getting to,
games.
Yo,
because
five.
there's what goes into these 70+ win seasons is astronomical health, and because your whole team has to relatively stay healthy.
And Mike missed 5 games
Right
that
now.
95 season.
Only
Yeah,
12
and
games.
And I will say that this is how the Bulls started out when they won 75 or they won 72 games. They won 41 of their first 44 games. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
They got 50 wins in their first 56 games of the season. So they went into the All-Star they went into the All-Star break 41-5.
Oh my.
So they only lost 5 games on the first half of the season, and then they lost 5 games the second half of the season. They never lost more than 3 games in a calendar month. And they never lost in the whole month of January. And that's what it took for them to go 72-10. And they had the best player of all time.
And Steph
Yo,
is
that's-
the best
By
player
argued
in
by
the
some
game.
player.
Yo,
Argued by
that's
some
30
people.
days.
So here's the thing. Now that Bulls team,
Oh, month.
yeah. See, but now that Bulls team, they had Michael Jordan, who's the best player in the league, and then they had Scottie Pippen, who's a great backup. Right now, Steph Curry's averaging 33.7 points, and the next leading scorer is Klay Thompson's 15.5, which wasn't on tier with Scottie Pippen's averages. And here's the thing with the Warriors, they don't play defense like no, they do play. They led the league in defense last year, but this year their defense has taken a dip. Now I don't know why the reason for that dip is, but they're not as good on defense as they were last year.
They know they can shoot you out the gym.
Yeah, see that 95-96 Bulls team was a terror on defense. And the one thing the Warriors have going for them is that they lead the league in scoring points. They lead the league in field goal percentage. They lead the league in assists. Pretty much almost all the offensive categories the Golden State Warriors are leading the league in.
You got to score more points than the other team.
Yeah, but defense
But they're scoring more points than the other
Defense.
team.
wins
Okay,
championships.
we're not talking about championships. We're talking about
Defense.
the regular season record.
If you
Now it goes to the
when we get to
playoffs.
the Cowboys, we'll talk about defense.
Oh no. Oh my God.
So
Okay.
it's like it's a good debate because that's the only thing. 'Cause I don't know how healthy the
Yeah.
Warriors can stay. Because
You have to think that Steph Curry is famous for chronic ankle frailness.
you also have to note that a lot of the teams they played last year weren't fully healthy at stretches when they played them. Like Chris Paul's been dealing with a groin injury, and they're set to play the Clippers tonight. Like,
Who's guarding? Just real quick. Who's guarding big man down low?
Those big men don't score.
Wait.
Blake
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin is a
Blake,
small forward.
Blake,
What did you
Blake.
say?
Heights.
Blake,
He's taller. He's a
They
small
made a
forward.
Space Jam 2 commercial for him. They made a Space Jam 2 commercial. He got bounced out the wazoo.
Sorry, you just said
Blake Griffin is not a small
Blake
forward.
He has no post moves. He has a mid-range shot
What?
and
Rashad.
dunking.
Come on.
And dunking.
Rashad. Blake Griffin.
Moment of silence for my man
No,
Rashad.
no. He is not.
I want to sprinkle holy water on you.
He is not. He is not
Oh.
a typical big man.
Not a typical big man.
A typical
That's
big
not a
man.
small forward.
He's a small.
So what is a typical big man?
Someone who plays like a Dwight type
Big
player.
The
Greg
game
Oden
has
body.
changed.
So what's Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis. No, he's a power forward.
What?
Because he has post moves.
What post was Anthony Davis that
He
Blake
has a lot
Griffin
more
doesn't?
than Blake Griffin does.
What game have you seen?
Plenty of games. Plenty of
Wow.
games. This season. no.
This
This man doesn't
He
know
was-
who Blake
he was-
Griffin is.
Wow.
Last season,
Anthony
Bruh.
Davis is not
he
going to touch the
does
post.
go to the post.
Anthony Davis goes in the
Against
post,
smaller
but
forwards.
Blake Griffin does just as much as Anthony Davis does in the post. I see Anthony Davis go in the post, do a good hook shot here and there. So does Blake Griffin. Anthony Davis is great, is versatile because he can face you up and express his range or expand his range.
What do you think Boogie Cousins is?
Nobody cares. He's a big man.
But he shoots threes.
Just because you shoot threes. That is.
I mean, Blake Griffin don't be shooting threes, but you don't consider him a big man.
He say he do be shooting threes.
He doesn't. Blake
Oh,
Griffin
no.
does not shoot
I don't say
threes.
he doesn't.
He backs
shoots-
people down.
shoots-
He does his moves. Just because he can dribble the ball a little bit and he has bounce out of this earth doesn't mean he's not a big man. Like,
That's basically all he does.
No, it's not all.
So you're basically saying. So you're basically saying DeAndre Jordan is a big man who just can't score. But what you're saying, those two guys,
I'm so confused.
because he's strictly post player. He's like,
DeAndre Jordan doesn't put his back to the basket at all.
because he has no post moves, but he's a big man that plays in the post, that tries. He attempts. Listen, what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is this Clippers team, those big men is not going to be what's the name, Warriors himself.
But you can't say the Warriors big men will beat
It's not
the.
about- It's never been about the Warriors Warriors big man.
It's not about the
You
Warriors,
have
man,
to
but
guard them.
yeah, you
What
got.
are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
They're not gonna
You
drop.
have to play
They're not gonna drop
defense.
30-something points.
Festus.
That's the thing.
Hold on, time out.
He's not gonna
Rashad,
drop.
time out. Hold on.
What's up,
Rashad, what do you consider Porzingis? My man shoots like dirt.
okay.
He's 7'2". What do you consider him?
Let's
I mean,
calm down with
he's
comparison,
he's
man.
7'3" because he's big. He's a big man.
All right,
He's
so what
7'3".
do you call him?
He's
So are we just giving people the big man nod because of how tall they are?
Yes.
him you are.
Get the hell
Okay,
out
all
of
right.
here.
So Rashad's definition of a big man is a Greg Oden bodied, no offensive game having big. Let me grab the rebound type of big
See,
man.
Y'all
One
took, y'all took,
time-
y'all took this to a
one-time
whole
hitter
different
quitter.
level because I said Blake Griffin was a small forward.
No.
He's
He
basically-
couldn't score.
He's built like LeBron.
What?
Blake Griffin is built like LeBron.
Time to go.
He's not the same.
No, he's done.
No.
We're using this mic.
He's
He's
done.
not the same
No,
player.
he's done.
He's done. That was it. I can't do it anymore.
He's not the same.
No, he just compared Blake Griffin to LeBron James, to the best player. You just said he.
Bill is not the same player, bro.
No, he's not.
Bill is not the same player.
Excuse me. He doesn't resemble.
Size-wise.
No, he's not as fast as LeBron.
No,
He's not as.
Hey, time. Okay,
Size is not
stop.
speed.
Stop.
No.
We're fine. Hi, people of the world. Let's switch
Get
topics.
back in your seat.
Oh my
Hey, he's not the same height. He's not the same. He's not as fast. You build goes into a lot of things. You can say
I'm not talking about
Versatile.
his play style, structure, his size and height and everything like that.
Blake Griffin is
Nice,
bigger than LeBron James.
but not that much.
By
Yeah, he's
20
not
pounds
that
and 3
much.
inches.
Bigger.
20
20
pounds and 3 inches.
I don't think it's 20 pounds.
He
on.
lost all that weight last year in the offseason. Remember he went on that
Blake
cleanse?
Griffin's a big dude.
He went into that cleanse,
Uh-huh.
quote unquote cleanse, where he lost all that weight and looks like a healthy slave. Okay?
Come on, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
All right?
man.
That way, yo. DC Young Fly. He said it himself. Either way, he lost all that weight. Blake Griffin is more like bulky. Not even bulky, he's all muscle. That dude is just a walking muscle.
Yeah,
He
LeBron
can
is.
play tight end for anybody in the NFL.
LeBron's a structured dude, but he's not
But-
the same
wait, no,
size
wait.
as Blake Griffin.
Wasn't that LeBron? Everybody trying to recruit LeBron for as a tight end?
No, but just because they're trying to recruit the
No,
guys.
they were trying to recruit him for a wide receiver.
No, you're trying to recruit him for a tight
No,
end.
wide receiver.
They
was
changed
wide-
it
it was
tight
one
end after
over
they ran a
anybody.
40.
Okay, but
What?
okay, we're
He ran
getting
a 40
oh,
this
we're getting off topic. The fact of the matter is, Blake Griffin is a big man that the Warriors have to deal with. They can't just he can't just be out there and then the Warriors just ignore him. Like
Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan would not beat the
Blake
Warriors
Griffin
by
has
themselves.
dropped big buckets
He
on the
would
Warriors
not beat the
before.
Warriors by themselves.
That's why you have Chris
That's why
Paul.
you got
That's
your
why you got
ball
JJ
conference.
Redick. That's
But yo, your whole case just now why they won't lose was that can they stop those two guys? Yeah,
I'm saying you made it sound like those guys were irrelevant. You have to deal with those guys on the front line. But I'm saying, but you're acting like the Warriors case that can make the same case for the Warriors that they just have to stop Steph Curry and Clay, right?
Who does that?
No, I'm saying
Who does that?
yeah. Well, people stop Clay. People stop Clay stopping. But if you can limit Steph Curry to an extent, the reason why the Warriors are great
Saying
is
limit
because
is giving him 25.
I mean, there is a way to stop Steph Curry.
That's
though.
it.
yeah, but I mean the Steph Curry has struggled against the Clippers before, but they just have a great overall team that their teams prevailed. But the thing is, against the Clippers, they struggled. The one team that took them down to the wire, the very first team that took them down to the wire this season was the Clippers. The Clippers came back from a 15-point deficit and made the game close. And Chris Paul was hurt.
You think they're gonna blow a lead like that again?
I don't know. It's the NBA. It's a game of runs. What do you mean? It's a game of runs. The Cavaliers just did it yesterday or the other day.
You're
So-
mistaken. It's a game of buckets.
Bucket.
Which the Warriors
Butch McRae.
The Warriors and the
which
Clippers
Warriors
get. In which the Clippers get.
which
Wait.
the Warriors get better.
Okay.
Next
So
topic.
you 75 and 7.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
say 75. I said
proper
73.
English.
I'm saying
Not
You just said
I said
73.
73.
No.
See,
Wait, what?
73,
I'm saying they're gonna
73.
break.
Hold on.
After they
First
get
off,
the
let's
record,
get back to the whole
they're gonna rest.
LeBron and Blake Griffin thing.
No, wait. I need to get his estimate on
He
his
weighed
wins.
all right. He weighed 10 more
As soon as
pounds.
they beat
He
the
was 10
record.
more pounds heavier and 2 inches taller. But just saying.
That's a difference.
That's a difference.
With 10 pounds and 2 inches?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a difference.
It's a whole lot different than 3 and
He
20.
moves differently too. You're forgetting
I'm
what his
saying-
role was in college.
You're under, but
Like
what I'm saying
Blake's
is,
role in college was big man. Like he was a center
But
for Oklahoma.
give me your record. Give me your record.
they're winning 73 and then they're resting.
They're winning 73 in the
My man said 70
Yeah.
games.
How much do y'all? How many wins did the rest of y'all think? Nick,
My
tell
man
me how many?
I
Tell me
told you 69.
69. Khalid.
Probably 70, 70, 70 and 12.
I'm gonna say they go 67. Ceiling would be 72, but 67 because they're gonna rest players, and Steph Curry's ankles are gonna give out on him at
They're
some
not
point.
going to rest when they know the record's in sight.
I
Next
agree.
topic.
I agree with Nick. I think they would win at the most. They win 69 games. I think that's 70. Like that's granted.
A milestone.
Yeah, it's an
It is.
incredible. And the thing is that 70 win season came right after the Bulls lost in the NBA. Oh, after the Bulls lost to the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, and Michael Jordan is the kind of player that hadn't lost like that in 4 years practically, because he had three-peated, then retired, then came back and lost to the Magic. So now, even though the Warriors do have a chip on their shoulder because people have slighted them and haven't given them their credit, nobody on the Warriors team is as competitive as Michael Jordan was. And I feel like Michael Jordan's competitiveness did rub off on the other Bulls players. And Michael Jordan also had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Scottie Pippen is one of the best probably might be the best wing defender of all time, along with Michael Jordan, who's arguably one of the best wing defenders of all time also. Then you also had Dennis Rodman, who just engulfs rebounds practically. And you had the Kerr man himself, the Warriors head coach, funny enough. But you had a team like that, and then you had Ron Harper come off the bench, who was also a great defensive player. So their whole team was predicated on defense. Whereas you see this Warriors team's predication has been reliantly more also on offense. Not that they have entirely ditched the defensive side of the ball, because they're ranked 9th in total defense, but their offense seems to have been what's shined for them, and Steph Curry's electric play. But the way Steph Curry gets his buckets, the way Michael Jordan gets his buckets, it's proven to say that Michael Jordan got Michael Jordan's way of getting them is more efficient. You know, Steph shooting lights out. But I mean, that's a story to be told. But I'm moving on from the Warriors.